All right, let's finish up with this one because I'm really curious to get your take on it here. Phil Longo and Wisconsin's air raid offense will set the stage for Big-10 West domination in the years to come.
I
Hot take or not?
hot take approved, man.
Let's
Like
go.
Right
I
here too, yeah.
I think okay, you look at teams coming out of nowhere to make a run at the college football playoff. Like right here on April 8th, Wisconsin might be my pick to be the 2023 TCU
Really,
because
in year one.
they have the if anybody's going to do it coming out of the Big-10 West. Now they do have, as we're pulling up the schedule right here, they do have a game against Ohio State in the regular season. That's going to be tough. Talk about Ohio State having a new quarterback situation though. They're in the right division to make it a run. Their other crossover opponents are Rutgers and Indiana, it looks like. So I'm not scared of either of those two teams. Personally, they don't have me shaking my boots. They have a tough non-conference game against Washington State. But Tanner Mordecai coming in to run that offense year one, the dude already knows the offense. Like, you're not going to have to train him this spring. He's going to be getting everybody else up to speed, acting like another coach. And he already knows what he's doing in a very similar system to what he ran at SMU, not just last year, but in years past with Dykes as well. It's obviously each coach has their own wrinkles, but it's going to be a very, very similar system to what Mordecai's run his entire collegiate career. We saw the numbers that he put up at SMU. I'm really excited. I know usually when teams have this transition from old school ground and pound offenses to up tempo offenses, there's usually a tough transition. But I think Wisconsin is really poised for a special season this year and could really surprise a lot of people. And I love Fickle as a coach as well. I think he's gotten to the playoff before. I'm not saying locked and loaded, go place your bets that Wisconsin makes the playoff, but if I had to put a team on watch to do what TCU did and come out of nowhere, for me right now in April, that's Wisconsin.
Well, and Wisconsin has more success in conference traditionally,
Yeah.
so it doesn't take a massive leap to get them to the playoff. All it takes is saying, "Hey, is anyone on the other side of the conference? Are they going to really scare you?" And we've talked about Penn State possibly being a dark horse, and how Ohio State's maybe down a little bit, Michigan maybe not all they're cracked up to be from previous years. But look, if you're looking at the schedule, you got Purdue, Rutgers, Iowa, Illinois, Ohio State, which that game is at Camp Randall, so massive win for them to be able to get that game at home. Indiana, Northwestern, Nebraska, finishing off with Minnesota. Not a lot of those teams really, really scare me on the schedule. And I mean, if we're being honest, this is plenty talented of a team with a whole different type of look. And last year we kind of coined this division the Shadow Realm. It's not a stretch to say that they want to at least get to their championship game with the talent that's leaving that division, with some of the turnover. I'm thinking at Nebraska with Matt Rule, obviously, great coach, typically not a good year one. And just some of that stuff going on. Iowa probably still not going to be able to score any points. And so, if you're looking at, just optimistically, I think you can say that Wisconsin is definitely a player to get to their conference championship game. And then you just have to ask, are they getting past whoever makes it there?
Sure.
I think they're probably plenty talented to get there and win that game. And if they're winning the Big-10, they're probably making the playoffs. So, I think a playoff berth for Wisconsin is very much on the table. I think it'll be either Wisconsin or probably Penn State that makes it to that game. And so I'm very excited to see what comes out of this with a little bit of parity here in the Big-10.
I thought I was having a hot take just saying that they're setting the stage in year one for Big-10 West domination. Sounds like you guys both have them already winning it, hand them the trophy.
Yeah, write them in Sharpie marker into your playoff bracket, basically. That's what we're... no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But they'll be competitive. They'll be really, really good.
Yeah.
They have not had an offensive backfield this talented since Russell Wilson was there. I think that's fair to say. Tanner Mordecai and Braylon Allen are going to be reminding a lot of fans up there of the days of Russell Wilson. And who was it, Monty Ball that was there with Russell Wilson? And that was a dynamic offense running a more old school offense. Now putting those athletes in space against a slower Big-10 West defenses, I don't know, man. I think we're going to see a lot of breakaway touchdowns. We're going to see a lot of quick strike offenses in Wisconsin. I think they're back. I think they're back to being the class of that division. And then, like you said, anything can happen on a Saturday that they're in the championship game.
Yeah.
I think it is going to be wildly entertaining up in Camp Randall. Listen, like the football has not really been entertaining over the last couple of years, but it hasn't mattered for Wisconsin because they've been able to hand it off to insert, 4-star running back that's really, really good and will go to the league. And that's how they've won. And then, a smothering defense. This year, I don't really know yet what their defense is going to look like, but the fact that you're going to have Tanner Mordecai, spreading it out 5 wide in just truly, like I mentioned earlier, kind of video game esque qualities. Like this is going to be when you go and take over a 2-10 team, change everything about their playbook, and then suddenly, you're winning a conference championship game. It's got kind of those vibes for Wisconsin. And I'm really excited to watch them this upcoming season. I think there's just going to be so much to take away, so much to build upon. And then they've got, a coveted 4-star quarterback coming in from the Woodlands for the 2024 class. He was sold on the vision from Longo and Fickle. So quarterback at Wisconsin might suddenly be a position of strength for them as Graham Mertz goes out. He's Florida's problem now. And, you've got guys that can really throw the rock. I'm excited to watch that.
Gracious,